Welcome to Geektopia. My name is Adam Carruthers. I am joined by a few other individuals because we have a little segment we call Geek Squad where we agree on something to watch and then we discuss it the following week. And I'd like to welcome Chief Jantan, Aaron, Hadis, happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Kevin J, and for some reason, a member of the Chippendales, Puppy Zack. Hello.
Right, what's going on? Right.
Now, the reason Zack is dressed like this, or his reasoning is, his logic is, we all watched Army of the Dead. Zack Snyder returns to pen his first original movie, as in it isn't based off existing characters like Batman or Superman or Justice League. First one since Sucker Punch, which wasn't that well received. But this one, Army of the Dead, they released it in select theaters in America. It, of course, came out on Netflix. It is a Netflix movie after all. It's a zombie movie. It's a heist movie. It's a Las Vegas movie, all rolled into one, led ably by Batista. So, firstly, Hadis, I wish we had your celestial twin involved here, but she's feeling out of the weather because she's usually the one that likes horror movies.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it. I did. It's like the first, I don't really watch zombie movies. I think the last zombie movie I watched was Train to Busan. And I didn't know what was the movie until I was in the theater because my friends bought the ticket. So it's like, I was like, no, I can't watch movies like that. But this wasn't that type of zombie movie, like brain-eating zombie movie. I loved it because they were smart zombies.
Smart zombie movie.
Yes.
I'm going to pick up on that in just a moment. Chief Jantan, did you like it?
I think the best part of the movie was the trailer.
Oh,
That was it. That was it. For me, I mean, it had the ingredients to be great, like a heist, zombies and all this Zack Snyder. But I didn't like it, man. It's just...
What didn't you like?
The script was bad. There's no reasoning for a lot of things that they do, like the kid running off to find the three ladies in the middle of like all these zombies.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that? Like, you expect that they will be dead, right?
Yeah.
And the acting at some points were horrible. Like Tig Notaro, I think she's a comedian. She's not an actress, right? She's not an actor.
Okay. Can I just defend Tig Notaro by saying that she?
I know she shot it alone. I know she shot the scenes alone. But when you see her, there's no. Can she see that she's not an actor? Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she looked good in the trailer. She looked great. Like her look was perfect for it.
Yeah.
But the acting was not there.
All right. Carvin, did you like the movie?
I liked it in parts. I didn't like the whole movie as a whole. I thought it was very Zack Snyder-ish, as in the movie. No need for 2.5 hours, lah. No need.
Yeah.
You no need, lah. Just 1.5 hours. This movie would have been okay. And also the fact that in parts, I liked some parts of it. Some parts of it, like, it didn't make sense at all. It just for some. It was just World War Z with some added heist. It felt like that. It felt like, you're not giving us anything new here. It's the same thing again. Like, how when we saw Train to Busan, and it was a zombie movie, and we've seen multiple zombie movies, but that gave us something different. That gave us something like, this is interesting take to something. Whereas this is just the same thing over again. Just that the only thing that was different was, let's throw in a heist.
Fair point. Aaron, were you a fan of it?
I actually went in with a lot of high hopes, but in the end, it's just meh to me. It's just meh to me. The trailer looks so dope. Like, everyone like, whoa, this is going to be the next great Netflix film, But then it turns out to be not as what I expected it to be. Yeah.
Well, it's a hallmark of Zack Snyder movies to have kick-ass trailers. And it's a hallmark of Zack Snyder to have really good intros, like Watchmen, one of the best cinematic intros ever. But what about you, Zach?
I like the movie. But I agree with some of you guys saying like some of the characters were bad. Like they were just like rare and kind of like brought the story rare. So I love this movie just because it's Zack Snyder, and he was not only the director, but he was also like the cinematographer for it. and watching the behind the scenes of how he was holding it was just like, whoa, this is really inspiring. So I give him like kudos for taking things in control. Like he likes to be in control. So and the shots were fabulous. You can't expect much from a zombie movie, so I just enjoyed it as a zombie flick.
I have to say that I quite enjoyed the movie in parts, but there's one person that irritated me: Batista's daughter.
Yeah,
Oh,
completely.
yeah.
Storyline,
Yeah.
no point, huh?
Why zombies? Some of them, if you realize, have blue colors eye, like shining eyes, while the rest don't have.
Oh yeah,
No, because they were the smarter one. Like it says, if they got bitten by the king or queen, they become a smart. But if
Alpha.
they are but if they just got bitten by others, they are just an ordinary zombies.
Yeah, they're so
Lumbering.
smart, but they cannot talk, guys.
yeah, it's like
Yeah, I know, but they're smart. What? Come up with sign language,
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point right there.
Maybe the brown
they-
is
they're
their
so
language, I
smart,
guess.
what?
I don't know.
They'd be like,
No, like immediately they lose. Like immediately they get bitten, and then they become zombies, and then they lose their. Like even the beginning, right? The one where I mean, okay, the whole beginning of this was the most stupid thing I've ever seen in my entire life, lah. The fact that how they got into the situation.
I know.
It was by a.
Yes.
And I mean, like, okay, here's the thing.
What?
Are we rushing our writers to write something that everything comes out to be just as long as it makes sense, just jalana.
You mean you can't relate to that, Kevin? Come on.
No, that is the stupidest thing I've ever. I just got married. I'm going to give my husband a in the car while he's driving, and I get to an accident, an explosion. Okay, fine, that I can accept. And out of all things, they were carrying a bloody,
Area
holy
51.
grail of zombies.
Yeah, that was a bit strange, but it was also over the top enough. I was thinking, yeah, this would be very typical of Zack Snyder. Kind of fits Zack Snyder. You know what I mean?
It's a zombie movie, bro.
No, okay, you see, what I know about Zack Snyder is he's very, detail centric, where every single detail needs to make sense. But this didn't. Like this, for me, it took away from the, like, for instance, there was a lot of details, like small things. If you notice, like for instance, when they first enter the buildings for Las Vegas, you see a big poster with Larry Fong, the magician.
Yeah,
actually that was the director's photography or cinematography
on his previous film or something. Yeah.
So yeah, he was just, that's a detail that you see, like he's a magician for that kind of stuff, right? So he put that in, and then other things as well, like you see small things, like he's for detail. But this is such a big plot hole, not plot hole lah, but it was such a big thing that even if you look at it, you go like, come on lah, Zach, really, are you doing this?
There was also, I need to agree with Kevin there, is like there was like some of them got bitten. Like the dude that was in a vault for so many days or however he got out, he didn't go turn as a zombie until he was in an airplane. And also like the other Dave, when he got bitten, he was talking so long with the daughter until he decided to turn. All that aside, they got nuclear bomb.
Yeah,
They were so close to a nuclear bomb. How did they not turn to ash?
They say it was
targeted,
not that
like
nuclear, but nuclear enough to just
target those
Yeah.
people
Uranium
there.
234, not 232.
I actually rewound it when at the end when he's on the plane and he looks at the bite. I was like, it looks like a lighter bite, like a more of a scratch rather than a deeper bite. So that's me trying to defend the logic there. The only thing I couldn't get was even though it's like a light nuclear bomb, he still walks away from it. Like it will be a radioactive zone. You would think it's how
That's I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
There were also some parts of the plot and storyline which I found a little bit too predictable. For example, when they're downstairs and then they turn around to go and find his daughter, Batista says, "I'm going," and I'm coming with you, his friend. And then she turns around, and I was like thinking, the lift is going to open, and she's going to die. And what happens next? The lift open, someone comes out, and she dies. The little things there which were a little bit too predictable for my liking.
I think her death was dope, like the way the zombie like.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
Yeah, the
cool.
effect was cool.
that was cool.
That was cool. And then there's the guy that's head of security. The moment he said, "Oh, that tiger is creepy," whatever, I was like thinking that tiger is not going to kill you. Out of all the things of
Yeah.
how you could die in this movie, it's going to be the tiger. And guess what happens? It was a tiger. It was just a
Tiger.
little bit too predictable in parts. In that way, am I being too harsh, Carvin? You write scripts.
No, I mean you're not. That's the thing. It was very telegraphed. The whole movie was very telegraphed.
That's the
I
word,
felt like
telegraphed.
it was written almost in a hurry.
Mm.
Almost like, look, it's MCO. It's lockdown. You know, a lot of people going to be watching, so we need to finish this movie as soon as possible. Just write something. Something will come out of it. And because Zack Snyder cannot jalan, I feel like there is parts of the movie that I like. The action was good, right? The zombie tiger was amazing. The soundtrack, I love the soundtrack. I really enjoyed it. I mean, it made the movie up to a point bearable because I was I was just like, jiving to the groove and stuff like that. But yeah, apart from that, it was just I feel like it's a very rushed movie. It's not Fast and Furious 7, but it's not great lah.
I think some of it, like the zombie tiger and stuff, it's like Zack Snyder say, "Ooh, I would like the zombie tiger. Write it in."
Ah.
You know,
Or a horse.
it's like, I'd like to have this. Just write it in. No matter what you do, just put it in there somehow.
Zack
And then
Snyder's
they
always
just-
he's
yeah.
always been very driven by the visuals. But it's funny we should say it's rushed because this is a project that's been in gestation for a very long time. He came out of an original idea almost 20 years ago. It was announced in 2007.
Wow.
2007. I mean, that's like
15 years. 14
yeah,
years.
it's a decade and a half pretty much, and
Yeah.
it's been a very, very long time to be sitting on somebody's desk as a script waiting to be made. But the fact that you say it feels rushed, it's quite telling. I think it's time that we can give some reviews here, some ratings.
Ratings.
So, firstly, Carvin, what would you give this movie, Army of the Dead, Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead?
5.5.
5.5. All right. Let's go to someone who I know enjoyed it. Hadis Tagaris.
I would give it a 7 without I would give it a 7.
7. Okay. Zach, what's your rating?
I'll give it a 7. I mean, it's a good sit down, watch a zombie movie get killed and stuff, and the heist was just an extra bit that you enjoyed. So yeah, Zeben.
Zeben. The Klaus Eisenschuhs and Aaron. What about you?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Chief Jantan.
Oh,
I think it's quite telling. Like nothing is above 7 at this point. But I go with Kevin. It's 5.5 for me.
All right. I'm going to go one up from you and say 6.5. Just because it is over the top. It is Zack Snyder. It's entertaining, and I finished it. I'm going to say in one sitting because getting water doesn't count.
I think
Yes,
I
Kevin.
expected a lot more from Zack Snyder. That's the problem.
I want it to be an 8.
Yes.
I wanted it to be an 8 based on the trailer, which is always very deceiving.
Mhm.
It could have been an 8. Okay, so for next week, things to look forward to in the future. By the way, we will be reviewing Lupin, the second season or part 2 of 1, whatever it is, and other things which will be launching pretty soon. But for now, because it's a bit of a quiet week or two, I'm going to pass it over to Zach. It's been a while since you recommended something to us. And like I said earlier on, do you like your anime? Mr. I Speak Fluent Japanese.
I am recommending a very classic anime that we should all watch. It's based off Bridgerton.
Oh,
No. It's a truly engaging story that has a reflection of humanity and the earth that surrounds us. So I'm gonna recommend Princess Mononoke.
Okay. I will just say that Studio Ghibli and the whole team there, every movie from them could be recommended as an example of Japanese anime cinema because they're all superb. But good
Yep.
choice there. Are we all agreed?
Yeah.
Perfect. No Conti pointing out errors, Chief Jantan. It's an animation.
Unless
Okay.
there is a Conti situation.
Story-wise,
you will point it
yes.
out. Sorry.
But if he's talking about drawings and animation, like, hey, just now the
Mhm,
shirt
mhm.
had a different letter there. Okay. Bastard.
Yeah, look, listen, okay, nobody is safe, okay? We sit in our bloody sofas and we will critique as much as possible from these professionals who get paid millions, okay?
That's true. We are keyboard warriors in a way. Love it. Absolutely love it. Anyway, that's us done for the week. What did you think of Army of the Dead, one of Netflix's biggest releases to date. There'll be more coming from that universe if everything goes to plan with a prequel and the anime series. And we can probably expect a sequel along the way as well. Leave a comment, share this video, and of course, give us a recommendation and be involved in the conversation with us when we do review it. Thanks to everybody who's part of Geek Squad. My name is Adam Carruthers. See you next week.